Something about the entire controversy angle that is happening right now. What's the current state? It's releasing all over India. How's it?
It is releasing. It is releasing on November 15th. We have our certificate.
Sensor certificate is there.
It's a UA. We're ready to go. November 15th with the UA certificate, and I think all the problems are pretty much sorted.
It's releasing all over India.
Yeah, it's got nothing to do with Lord Ram. It's got nothing to do with Ram-Leela, the traditional folk dance performance, as they say. And it's never been our intention to insult anybody, offend anybody. We're simply making a love story, a film that's supposed to entertain you, that hopefully will touch your heart, hopefully will be memorable. It's a love story. Ram is the character of the male protagonist. Leela is the name of the female protagonist, and that's why it's called Ram-Leela. Throughout history, every classic love story is named after the lead protagonists, whether it's Romeo and Juliet, or Heer Ranjha, Laila Majnu, Soni Mahipal. That's how it always is. So therefore Ram-Leela, there's no more or less to it. There's no political angle. There is no intention to ruffle any feathers in that sense.
So I believe it's now being called Goliyon Ki Ras-Leela, Ram-Leela. That's what it's being.
But that's what it's always been called.
It's always
generally it was
Goliyon Ki Ras-Leela has always been
there. It was always
there.
on my script.
Mostly
as well.
it came as
Ram-Leela.
Achha. Okay. Do you feel that somewhere being a creative person in the country is a tough job because there are too many restrictions somehow, and somewhere it puts too much of pressure on creative people somewhere?
No, not
because
at
anyone
all.
can just arise from anywhere and just raise objections on something without even seeing it.
Well, I mean, I think it's a bit immature when people kind of react to something without knowing the entire story. I think people react based on assumption. You assume that it's going to be this, you assume it's going to be that. Why don't we wait for the release, watch the film, and then see whether we're genuinely going to have any issues in the first place? Like Ranveer said, at the end of the day, we make movies to entertain the audience. And Ram-Leela is a love story. It is about Ram and it is about Leela and their love story and their journey. So that's one part of it. The second part of it is that there is no authority that's higher than the censor board. And we've got our censor certificate, a UA certificate, last week or 2 weeks ago. More than 2 weeks ago. In
fact, the court has earlier cases like be it Arakshan or something, there have been I think Supreme Court injunction as well that you can't just ban a film just like that because it's practically shouldn't be possible somehow.
In fact, someone filed a case in a Jaipur court or one of the other courts, and I know we won that case because
and they had to pay 50,000 rupees.
And they had to pay a fine also because it was absolutely baseless, and I wouldn't be surprised if for all these people who are coming up with their issues now a day before the film, if the same thing happens to them.